welcome to Drillville. Today I thought it would be fun to do a project with leftover drills. So I just happen to have a lot of leftover green drills from a custom piece I did for a friend of mine last year. Now this was a painting of an original drawing she made of a really cute cartoon turtle. And ultimately, for a first custom piece, I think it came out okay, but I also made a lot of mistakes with color, and so I had to keep getting more drills to correct the color issues. So today we are going to use some of these green drills. So this is a little birdhouse that I picked up at Michael's Crafts, and I thought it would be a good project to start with since it's kind of small and low stakes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this multi-surface satin acrylic paint to paint the wood so that this really light wood color is not going to come through once the drills are placed. And then once this dries, I am going to coat it with this Dot Sticks adhesive, which is from Diamond Dots, and this is basically what the stuff that's on your canvas, so the adhesive that's on your canvas. And basically the instruction with this is simply to brush it on and allow it to dry clear, and then you can begin placing your dots. So we will be back with the painting of the birdhouse. Okay, so this green paint has dried sufficiently. It actually dried very quickly, and I think it's dry enough for me to start adding the Dot Sticks adhesive. I've never used this product before, so we'll see how it goes on. It says to use a relatively thick coating, so I will do my best with it. Well, it looks like this is pretty much dry now. There was a little bit of pooling down on the edges, but I think that will be okay and probably dry up in a couple of hours. So I actually think this is ready to diamond dot. I am not gonna lie, I did not love the experience of putting this coating on. It was extremely sticky and it was very hard to wash off the brush and any that I got on my fingers. But it should be a pretty effective adhesive, so we'll see how this goes. I am not going to dot this on camera because I'm a little bit unsure of what I'm doing or how I want to go about this process, but I will come back and show you guys the final project when it's all complete. All right, well, here is the final project. Now, it still needs some polishing up, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to consider it pretty much done. So yeah, I just took the green drills, I put like a little vertical stripe pattern on the sloped roof. I did a little freehand design on the front. And I mean, to be honest with y'all, I kind of fizzled out and just filled in with some washi tape on the sides. And I'll explain why I did that in a few minutes here. So a couple of thoughts on this. That Diamond Dots adhesive was really sticky. And it probably would have been better for me to only put the adhesive on one section at a time instead of trying to do the whole thing at once. I just didn't think about it. But I ended up having to really wrap it in release paper to work with it because every surface was incredibly sticky, and even still here along the ends, which I haven't completed yet, is sticky as I hold this. So the shape of this was really challenging. So the roof and the front were okay, that was fine. But then once you start getting to the back and you have this kind of section in the way and you're trying to get into these weird little corners at the top and underneath the roof, I just kind of found it impossible. I sort of gave up. So I just put the washi tape on there instead, and then I'm going to figure out what to do with the rest of it. I'm going to fill in this section here eventually. So yeah, it was kind of an awkward shape. And the other challenge was that the wood itself was very frail. It was just, I think it was balsa wood, and I was constantly worried like, oh, I'm gonna crush the wood or I'm gonna collapse the roof in or something like that. So I had to be a little bit careful with it. It just did feel sort of fragile. But overall, it's almost done. And I mean, I think it'll be kind of cute and fun when it's all polished up, just a fun little decoration. So I think the rest of the drills that I have, and I have some in other colors besides green, what I am going to do is work with this box. It's actually a good size, and it has all flat surfaces, and it will be very easy to just do one side at a time using the adhesive. And I also have a little idea for a pattern, like a little design that I want to do on the top and on the front. So I think this will be a fun one to do for the next video on what to do with your leftover drills. So that is part one of what to do with your leftover drills, and I thank you for joining me for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.